To our town, Beatrice, I'm Lance Schwartz. Under the Homestead Act of 1862, any American could put in a claim for up to 160 free acres of federal land. And now, more than a century later, the final homesteader snagged the last piece of free land up in Alaska. C.T. Frericks is a retired physician living here in Beatrice. He's 93 years old, but he has been on a mission this last year. With help from the Friends of Homestead, Dr. Frericks made it possible to bring a very special tractor from Alaska to Nebraska. C.T. Frericks fell in love with this pretty young lady while he was in the U.S. Navy in the late 40s.
And I took her to my home in Coleridge, Nebraska to meet my parents in September of 1950.
While he was home, C.T. took this photo of his fiancée on his dad's Alice Chalmers tractor.
And I've always enjoyed the picture very much.
Fast forward 66 years.
My wife died in 2016, and shortly thereafter there was a beautiful article by David Hendy in the World Herald.
That's where Dr. Frericks learned that the Homestead National Monument was wanting to bring this tractor from the last homestead in Alaska to the site of the first homestead in America.
I wanted to leave some kind of memorial for my wife, and I thought about several things, but when I saw this, I thought here was an ideal way to memorialize her.
C.T. says Julia was a very special woman.
She did a lot of work in our church, and one time a lady from there told me that she was beautiful on the outside, but also beautiful on the inside. So I felt very good about that.
It took a great deal of work and money, but this 1945 Alice Chalmers Model C was transported more than 3,000 miles to East Campus in Lincoln, where it underwent some intense, tender-loving care.
There's a great significance to this tractor.
Joshua Bauer is the president of the UNL Tractor Restoration Club.
It came from so far away in such a remote location, and then we were given the privilege and the responsibility to restore it. It's incredibly special to all of us here and all of us involved.
This tractor, this artifact, represents the end of a 123-year era of homesteading in our nation.
Mark Engler is the superintendent at the Homestead National Monument in Beatrice.
Wow, to have this tractor as part of the museum experience and to allow people to learn more about our nation's homestead story through this tractor, I think it's a great thing.
Our family is very pleased because it will memorialize my wife, which will continue for a long time, as long as there is a United States of America, and so we're happy about that.
And Mark is excited to have this priceless homestead artifact on permanent display right here in the Homestead National Monument of America for all the world to see and appreciate. Come on down and get an in-person look at it for yourself. Right around the corner, we help the agricultural program at Southeast Community College celebrate their 40th anniversary. That story is coming up next. Welcome back to Our Town Beatrice. Southeast Community College has been operating in its current structure since 1973. 2 years after that, SCC took over the campus of John J. Pershing College right here in Our Town Beatrice. The agriculture program at SCC-Beatrice has been training Nebraska farmers and ranchers for more than 40 years. Rest assured, when students graduate from this program, they are ready to hit the ground running.
In the background, you'll see some combines. We're very fortunate. We have 600 acres that we farm.
Bob Morgan is the campus director at SCC-Beatrice, and he's excited about the 4-decade legacy of the ag program.
When you think about it, just think about all the technology changes from when they started 40 years ago to what's in the combines back there. So it's exciting. It's part of our history, which really makes it really fun, and the students learn about that history and how to apply it into the future.
You can see us right there. And if we move this toggle switch right here, we can...
Learning how to take full advantage of drone technology is an important aspect of SCC's Precision Agriculture program.
It's not just crops that we use them in. We use drones in the livestock industry. We use drones in promotion, doing communications, promoting what we as students get to do.
Wilcox native Alex Wojciechowski says SCC-Beatrice is a perfect fit for her.
Everything here is so hands-on, and you hear it all the time, and it might be really cliche to hear that, but it is so true.
Another popular program at SCC is led by Evan Alderman.
As far as turfgrass management goes, here on campus we have our own 2-hole golf course, which is really unique in the fact that our students can get all the hands-on experience right here on campus without having to go anywhere.
We're going to run a few cattle through the new silencer chute here we got at SCC. All right, put a little squeeze on them, makes them comfortable.
Conager Jonak is studying livestock production, and let me tell you, it is a high-tech operation.
So I'm going to record the weight, and then I'm going to enter the tag number.
This Rockville native is happy he chose to study at SCC-Beatrice.
I'm very impressed. I mean, they teach you a lot of hands-on. Like, for example, we have a applied animal reproduction class. They teach you about reproduction of cattle. And then you take advanced beef, and you can actually, we have bred 24 of our own cattle here at the farm through artificial insemination. So that's something you can put on a resume.
I couldn't be more impressed as SCC-Beatrice prepares the future agricultural leaders of the Cornhusker State.
Yep, just like that, or you can take it from there.
This fall, there are currently almost 1,400 students on the Beatrice campus, and there are more than 9,300 students currently attending Southeast Community College statewide. Story number 10 is up next as a Beatrice native builds a thriving business in the shadow of his childhood home. The grand finale awaits.